Yo, we need. What's going on, VPR, man? Me and Qiana was just talking about our intro. We used to have an intro when we was at Radio Free Brooklyn. Let me move the mic up because I'm leaning forward. Y'all can see I got a lot of energy. I only took one sip of coffee. I just woke up like this.
Okay.
No Beyonce, no Nicki vibes. I just woke up like this, guys, ready to go for VPR. Qiana, you got the shades on, you're glistening. The sun hasn't even been out that much lately in this fall weather.
I know.
But you still have your tan. Qiana, how are you feeling this morning?
Well, I'm feeling like Puerto Rico is calling me. And I'm really going to have the tan when I come back, partner. And I'm going to hold that through November. So it's good because, honestly, I didn't even get to the beach this summer, which is my...
You normally run to the beach. I think, like, for the last 2 years, I would see you and your glam squad, your homies, they hit the beach.
And those were only the pictures you saw, right? I lived at the beach. So I lived right next to the beach for like 6 years. So, I mean, in the summer... I would go there even by myself at least once a week, and I would walk there regularly every day. Just walk on the boardwalk, walk on the sand, go do yoga, get grounded, touch the water, put my feet in the water, just like,
Finding that zen, man.
Yeah.
VPR, for everybody that tunes in here, you see how Qiana just told us her process when it comes to relaxation. Hopefully you guys could find your own inner energy where you could find your little bubble, your little square of peace.
Yeah.
Because that's legit all we have as we get older in this crazy world that I'm going to touch on. I always like to start off our VPR mornings on a hip hop tip because, of course, it's Voice of the People Radio.
Yes, sir.
VPR, we're gonna do a live reaction of sorts.
Okay.
So I woke up today to the information that J. Cole has dropped a song speaking about the situation with Kendrick and Drake, and that's been over a while, but
right,
I already told you guys my sentiments last time on the situation. I feel like J. Cole shied away from the beef, but let me click this record. I'll play 30 seconds of it, but there's a bar that stands out that I want to talk about and discuss on air. Okay. So let's live react together. VPR, Qianathegoddess. Okay. This new video by J. Cole.
Let's do it.
Antonio.
What's it called? Antonio?
Port Antonio.
Port Antonio. Okay.
I ain't even gonna make fun of the name yet. We're gonna wait till we watch the video before I start dropping jokes and whatever.
Okay.
All right, you know what I mean? They like to do it. I like dramatic intros, but we're gonna have to skip it.
Jermaine walked the straight and narrow, minimum wage jobs for the narrow, but still my mind was on the zeros. I fiend for the perks that was seen flipping birds, so we was skipping church, but my eyes was on the sparrows. Niggas flipping pies, spending thousands on a payroll. Shit, I wanna shine too. I want dimes too. Jealous niggas wanna know just how my rhymes blew. Mono we mono, I'm Bono, I'm you times 2. Now I'm bougie, I done outgrew the fountain blue, but never forgot the spot where I developed my block.
All right, VPR. All right. That is the new song called Port Antonio. We have just live reacted to it. It's the first time I'm listening to it. Qiana, is this the first time you're listening to it? You got your mic muted, partner.
Sorry about that. Thank you. Yeah, no, I didn't know about it. So I'm trying to understand why he's throwing his hat in the ring, though. Like,
yeah, right. I don't want to talk about that.
I thought that was like, I'm sorry. I don't want to be part of this. I'm sorry I said bad things.
And VPR, that brings us to our next point beautifully. Thank you, Qiana, for the alley-oop, the assist, they would call it. I'm going to bring up this part right here, and we're gonna break down some of the bars, VPR. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get that energy, that real hip-hop and essence. You feel me? So J. Cole addresses Drake on his new track. Shout out to hip-hop lately. They say I'm picking sides. Don't you lie on me, my nigga. The start of another war. Hey, Drake, you'll always be my niggas. I ain't ashamed to say you did a lot for me, my nigga. All right. VPR. I'm gonna let this sit up here. Shout out to all our viewers tuning in early, and shout out to GWeekes. We're gonna interview him a little bit later. So let's dive into this hip hop talk. That's why we brought you guys here. I'm trying to be patient with my analysis of what J. Cole is doing in this big three conversation.
Yeah.
And I know the type of cloth that I'm cut from, meaning if I told to you guys that I'm the biggest DJ in New York, or I'm doing something to another a bigger scale, right? And I'm putting out open challenges, and someone pulls my card, and the first thing I say is, "Nah, I don't want to diss you because you're my friend."
Right.
I don't know. You see, and that's where I'm coming to grips with this VPR. Not that I want men to be going against each other, but in hip hop, if you got on a record and you said you the best in New York and you not from New York and you took the crown for New York, I'll hold you to a different standard. So you creating this song this morning and saying, you know what I mean, and they say I'm not picking sides. Hey, bro, just leave it alone.
Right.
You ain't built for the fight. You ain't cut from the same cloth. You don't want to go to war. You rather maintain a friendship than make your pen, you know, elevate. And you got Drake liking the post too, VPR.
I mean, of course. Why wouldn't he?
He just seen his enemy bow out for the third time. Like, yeah, you weaker than me. Yeah, you know your place.
I really find it interesting because Drake isn't the one that put J. Cole on. That was Jay-Z.
But they did tour together in the early years. I know that much. Like when they were doing.
No, I get that. But any of those connections, if you think about it, right, strategically, they would have been the outcome of connections that came from Jay-Z's mentorship, right? Jay-Z also had Drake on Blueprint 3 off that, right? So think about it. Don't you think?
I forgot about that record. Good,
right. Listen. Yeah. Keep you knowing. Okay. So between Off That and A Star Is Born, where he introduced J. Cole, and Drake was still fairly new in his career. So kind of having that stamp, especially on a long-awaited album from Jay-Z, was like, wow, really catapulted him. Who knows if they worked in the booth together and that's how they collaborate. You feel me? So like, at the end of the day, again, if you're going to stay neutral, you're going to be Switzerland, then just stay out of it. You said you didn't want it. I mean,
shout out to Switzerland. Shout out to Switzerland. Yeah, I mean, no shade to y'all. Shout out to Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah, VPR. So in this hip hop thing, I know it's a contact sport, but there's a lot of rappers that don't tote they're the best at anything but do what they do at a high level.
Yeah.
Don't tote that. Don't talk that talk if two other people are in the ring and you ducking your hand, man. It just comes off wrong. That track, I love the beat. VPR, I love the beat. It was touching my soul when I listened to it just now. But
yeah,
the sentiments behind the record, I just can't too much get behind.
But good classic beat. And I mean, as always, we expect Cole to have bars. He always delivers that. But it's just like, what's the purpose and what's the strategy and intent behind all of this?
Yeah, like is the end goal is to all kumbaya at the end and drop one big record. Like, I hate going down conspiracy theories and realms and different things like that. But what's the end goal towards you just paying the homage? And you've done it before. You've backed out. Just leave it alone. Right. So VPR, speaking about leaving it alone, I don't want the Barbs to come in here early in the morning and just start grabbing their pitchforks and pink Barbie dolls and Nicki Minaj dolls with the butt done and all that, and all the little Kim slander that comes with the Barbs.
Right.
I gotta remember where y'all come from.
Why does that happen? Right. Like, at the end of the day, I really hate to see it, because you can clearly look at Nicki Minaj and the fact that she has fashioned so much of what she presents off Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim is one of those iconic artists that began a lot of this. Women in hip hop, MC Lyte, you go back to, Queen Latifah, it was a different element, right? Like, Lil' Kim brought something a little different. She brought that raunch. She was rolling with the fellas. It was a different.
She was making a Sprite can disappear down her throat, VPR. When I heard that, my leg shook.
Right. She was giving that raunchy. Even a lot of I think it was Pink Friday, one of these albums. The pose and the outfit was exactly like Kim's back in the day. So it's just like, come on, just pay homage to those. Right? Why are you attacking like a 50-year-old woman, or however old Kim is at this point? It's just like, come on, guys.
And
girl's girl.
I like fandom, and I understand that we all have fans, and I don't like when we weaponize our fan bases. And the reason I brought up Nicki today, she was performing at her show, and Safari was in attendance to her concert.
Oh God.
All right, ladies, I need y'all take on this before we bring up our guest. So everybody that's viewing on VPR right now, give me a what's good in the chat. Give me a what's shaking. Ladies, I'm gonna need your opinion on this, okay? I'm gonna play the video and then we're gonna walk y'all through it, and then we're gonna bring up our guests after we get through this, man.
And GWeekes, put your video on so we can see you, please.
Definitely before we bring you to the stage, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Guys, check out this video of Nicki Minaj. Safari was at his her concert, and yeah, I don't think Nicki liked that very much. Yo, all right. I don't understand the Safari hate so much. The man just enjoying himself, man.
The man does not. Okay.
All right, lady. My bad. I did say I'm gonna let the ladies open the flow.
Come on, FMI.
My bad.
We are all grown folks, right? Like
partially. I'm partially grown.
And between the whole Nicki Minaj situation and then like Love and Hip Hop, and now he's a father, right? It's like, okay, at what point do we grow up and now start taking?
What is him being a father got to do with anything?
Let me tell you something.
y'all throw anything. You know, he's a father. He breathes air on Earth. He breathes air on Earth, guys. So I thought we all breathe air on Earth. Like, what the fuck? Okay, Qiana, I'm gonna let you finish up because we still got our guests here too.
It's the type of immaturity, right? Like, and doing things for attention, and we talk about this all the time, how people utilize social media for a certain, likes and et cetera. But like, ultimately, what are you doing? And like, who is he trying to sneak diss and hate and hurt, right? Like, maybe it's his ex-wife. You never know. This was strategic, okay? And it's petty.
Qiana, wait.
Partner.
I want to continue our interview. Like, our guest is dying, and I'm dying too.
Bring him up here because I cannot.
And
I know, like, I already know D-Tech. Like, I know that Safari has been a member of my camp, and you know what I mean.
Okay, leave D-Tech out of this. That's his man. That's my man's. But let him live. This don't got nothing to do with none of them.
But can we grow the fuck up? Like,
all right, let's bring up our guest. Before I'm not even gonna respond. I'm gonna let him go. We're more interested in hearing GWeekes speaks his mind. So, guys, we are live here on VPR Thursday morning, 11 a.m. EST, of course, and I am here with GWeekes. And I know you heard the conversation. Before we open up the room and we get to know you, can I hear what you have to say on it?
Listen. I'll say this. It definitely was petty. However, at the same time, he was enjoying himself. You got to leave room for petty. It's a balance. You feel me? He knew what he was doing, but at the same time, you got to let him have fun. That's how I feel.
All right.
Okay.
I don't think it's petty. All right, let's talk about it, Qiana, and let's talk about it, GWeekes. We're about to. You got great music. I already listened to your music.
I appreciate it.
Love, big love.
And making some behind the scenes. Like, I love what you're doing. So
I can't wait to find out.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for having me.
He's like the sneaky producer. You feel me?
Good energy, man. All right. So back to y'all saying it's petty.
They don't know.
Back to y'all saying it's petty now.
Yeah.
I have DJed for many years, right?
Yeah.
And I have had exes. I have had ex-best friends. I have had ex-business partners. I have had everything underneath the green moon while I'm still performing, and I'm still having to perform and look down and be like, I hate you, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what's good, everybody? You know what I mean? But so it's petty to go to any workplace of someone that you've been with before. Yeah, that does sound crazy. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
And
this intent, right? It's not like he was invited there. You feel
it's a concert.
Right. Okay, so you went out your way to make sure you got those tickets. You went out your way to make sure
3,000 other people went out their way.
He could have.
Look, I will say, can I say this real quick? He definitely did make an entire video talking about the entire process. Like, he made a video saying, should I get the tickets? Yeah, he was, I'm going to get the tickets. Like,
I didn't know that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, it's petty. he knew what he was doing.
I know. I can see how he thinks. I told you. And that's why when I put it on, being a mother, right? When I put it on that, because your kids watch the things that you do and they mimic what you do, right? They're sponges. And so all of this that's already going on and just adding and adding and adding and adding, if you don't think that there's a residual mess from your pettiness that trickles down to your kids in one way or another, I just think that like you need to do some self-reflection. Everything we do as parents has a reflection on our kids. Period. There's no getting away from that. Once you commit to becoming a parent, there's some things that you should ultimately change if you don't want to see them repeating those processes. And so that's my thought, right? Like, okay, you have money, you're well off, and so there's not really a lot that you have to worry about. So why even move in those ways for
VPR
for people to gossip about it, right? For us to be talking about
this
here.
ain't even fair. Like I'm really not trying to laugh. I'm holding it back. They got shades on. I don't know their emotion behind their shades back there. I'm sitting here not trying to laugh. What you saying that? I'm so immature this morning. I'm really so immature. All right. So, fuck all that. VPR, what's good, man? We seen with GWeekes. What's going on, my brother? How are you feeling? Top of the morning.
Listen, I feel blessed. Everything good. I woke up this morning, something to be grateful for. I thank y'all for having me on today. I'm excited to talk to y'all, let the people know what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. And it's such a pleasure to have you. Shout out to our fam, Pudgy the Fat Bastard, for making this introduction. Absolutely. I know you guys have worked together and are still working together. So we really want to delve into everything because you have such an astute and long career. And I want to get into it all. So can we talk about how you actually began in music, between being an artist, a songwriter, producer? You're very multifaceted. How it all began, and tell us about your journey from that point.
Absolutely. So, I mean, music ran in my family. I'm a church baby, so you know what it is. I came in, started on the drums, learned the keys. My brothers, everybody was rapping, singing. We all did things. So it was like, it was kind of a rite of passage, kind of. You know what I'm saying? I was rapping by the time I was 8, you know. And
wait, with you saying that, and I love when musicians come on here and tell us that, because that's what they are, a musician, right? When you got all of those elements and you've really studied it. Did you guys have a group? Did you and your family have a group? I know y'all had a group.
Listen, we definitely tried. we definitely tried, but yeah, we did stuff together. We got songs together. My 2 eldest brothers, they had a rap group together, and yeah, it was a thing. They were a little thing. They had a little wave back then. I ain't gonna lie.
And I'm sitting here on your Instagram right now, and I see that you have a few events. But what caught me about your Instagram, GWeekes, I went up to the top, VPR, because you really got to look into people's catalog, right? You got credits here from Pudgy the Fat Bastard, and our VPR listeners are very well versed in Pudgy's music. It's amazing. But you also have credits to Music Soul Child and The Real Pete Rock. I think we should just speak about that because you've been around apparently.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I start with music. That's really a big bro. He's been a big bro to me. I think it was like 2016. I did a project with him. He was doing his thing. He was trying to cross over and do like the hip hop thing, and like the hustle was his. That's what he was running with, and I was one of the first ones that like helped him pretty much get that idea out when everybody, you know, he's Music Soul Child, so a lot of people was trying to tax him and like, you know what I'm saying? So I was the one that like, nah, it's an opportunity. It was a blessing for me, and I laced him with beats, and he loved everything, and he used everything, and from then it was like he always showed me love wherever I'm at. If he ever come to the city, he came to my crib, you know, met mom and dad, you know, everything. So
amazing. So that's family for real.
Absolutely.
Wait, let's backpedal a little bit, because I know that we started, you said you were rapping by 8, you know, you already had the music ingrained in you. Did opportunities that you had in music, did they come from your connections in your family, or like what was your journey for your own solo artistry?
I'll be honest, it was kind of difficult because coming from Boston, we don't really have a lot of outlets. Like we didn't have a lot of outlets. And me
Excuse me.
not go ahead.
You said Boston, right?
Absolutely.
Quickly, because I'm so interested in Boston. I've only been there once, right? And I'm a DJ. I'm always looking for the music that's coming out of Boston. Let me get the top 3 artists, other than yourself, in Boston right now. Just give me that, and then we can continue on. Because I gotta know. I gotta feel the streets, bro.
I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna preface this with this because I am known in Boston because I've mixed and mastered for a lot of people in Boston. So when I say this, I gotta be careful because I know a lot of people looking at me like, "Yo,
they gonna hit you on. They gonna tag you and be like, "Yo, that's how you feel.
Yeah,
that's how you feel, gang."
But okay, I'll say, for sure, I'll say Cousin Stiz. I'll be honest, he got the biggest. He's doing numbers in Boston, and he's fire. I like him. Clark D, I gotta give it to my boy Clark D. That's like one of my guys. That's my little bro, but he's doing things. He's getting Grammy nominations now, and he's an amazing artist. A third rapping, I'm gonna say Najee Janey. He's another one that's like my brother, and he can sing. He do everything. He literally is. I can't wait for y'all to look these people up.
If you're bringing it, if you making them beats and you bringing them my way, I'm gonna listen.
Right.
Got a few projects, so I'm looking for artists.
Say no more. Say no more. I got you.
All right, we have a lot of love for you because I'm not even going to mention you wearing that disrespectful Celtics jacket.
Yo, that's what I was noticing, VPR. I was like, that green is greening right now.
You know,
my boy.
I had to do it. You know, I came on here on listen. What?
It's all good.
All good. So continue to tell me your journey. I know you have a lot of production and you're working with a lot of artists out of the city. So let's expunge upon that.
All right. So, as far as the city goes, around 15, 16, that's when I taught myself how to engineer. Like I wanted my music to sound like the music that was on the radio. I had FL Studio. I had a little USB mic, and I was sitting there with it until I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? And I just started getting good enough. I was practicing on my friends who would come over and rap with me. You know what I'm saying? And we would just do little songs, and I'll bring them to school, and everybody was like, "Oh, G, this is fire." So I would just keep going until the point where people was like, "Yo, G, I'll pay you to do this." And I'm like, "Oh, I can get money now. So cool." So I started to engineer for everybody, and then so that's really what got me, made me a staple in the community out here, because I literally, everybody has came through here. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, they've been in my basement. For real.
All the best things are created in the basement, right, FMI?
That's fine. Yeah, yo, Qiana, I just repeat why you said that.
Basement, yo, fact.
Repeat why you said that. So I see that you got a verse on the record called Pressure, featuring Squeeze, and I do want to bring that record up here now so we can hear that verse and hear a few sounds that you've been dealing with in this industry. You feel me? Let me get that going there.
Moving like Judas. Hey, what's the hostility? Said I would care, but I lost the ability. No, you not gay, you not fit, you not kidding me. Haters be plotting because they want the enemy. Money be talking, it sound like a symphony. Every song banging, it sound like a timpani. I'ma keep coming, don't care if you sent for me. Play with the money, it's not what you sent for me. Don't follow trends, cause I'm my own entity. Keep up your friends outside of my enemy. Shorty is down, I'm liking her energies, making sure that when I die, you remember me. I need a dog, so give me what's mine and I'm taking the extras. You won't comprehend. Say that you feel me, but don't know the texture. GWeekes on the track.
Okay, VPR. Y'all see that we giving y'all a little bit of the exclusives, but so I'm listening to the subject matter in that song, and I'm picturing and I'm visualizing a certain story, but I don't want to go with that story. I don't want to go with the generic, typical hip hop story. I know that you have a church background.
Okay.
When you sat down and wrote that verse, what were you feeling, and what did you know you wanted to do with that record?
Well, first of all, you said it. You just mentioned Squeeze. That's another great artist, my brother. And when you're dealing with Squeeze, you'll see he's high energy, he's real serious, but he's like an actor, but very serious, you know what I'm saying? We all from the hood, Dorchester, Boston, stand up, right? So I knew I had to come I just had to come aggressively, like I had to match his energy, and that's really what I stemmed from. I didn't really have too much of like I'm gonna talk about this, but I just knew like I really had to meet my mans because he always brings that, so I have to outdo him. And I tell my friends I'm gonna kill you on your own track, so I gotta make sure I do.
Oh shit, yo VPR, all right.
Murder.
It's 11. It's early. I'm having my coffee so I can wake up now, bro. You don't hear that a lot. It's 2024. A lot of artists run away from competition. You see J. Cole. You seen that man this morning. You seen him pack that shit up and left. Fuck out of here. These niggas are chewing outside. He ain't want nothing to do with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Canada to goddamn California. You see GWeekes though. GWeekes a different type of nigga. Boston niggas apparently are different, and they will kill you on their own track and maybe produce it.
Absolutely, and make sure your sound, and make sure your vocals and everything sound just as good as mine.
Yeah.
Thank you. I ain't gonna hold you back. I ain't gonna be a whole ass dude. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna mix and master you right, and I'm gonna still kill you on your shit
every time. Every time.
So it's funny how we bring all that up. Yeah, I said that because I do feel like people run away from originality and confrontation a lot in music. I'm starting to see that a lot now, copycatisms and whatever you want to call it. Where do you find yourself in this, man? Like, do you ever sit in the studio and be like, I sound too much like somebody, or I feel like I'm going in a route that it won't be perceived the right way?
No, that's a very good question. And absolutely. And for those people who say that it doesn't happen, like as artists, we learn from each other. We catch vibes from each other. So like it's mad times I'll sit down and I'm cooking a beat and I'm like, I do a flow and I'm like, oh, this sounds like Drake. Okay, G, like very, you know what I'm saying? Get back, And it's cool because it's like you to me, that's who you want to compete with. That's who I'm trying to compete with. You know what I'm saying? So I listen, I put the people on the wall. All of these guys is on my wall, and it's like, yeah. So I do get ideas and things from people, but when I bear too much like them, I make sure I get back on track. Just reminding myself, that's not you, G.
I love that.
Come back over here. So that's all.
Kiana, Kiana, people would have been like, nah, I'm sound like me. I'm the only one.
That's why I love the authenticity, because it's just a fact, right? And when you find that, even like as a songwriter, like I'll write something and then I'll write something a year later, I'll be like, wait a minute, this sounds similar to something I already did, and I'll go back and I'll be like, I did that, right? So you got to like change it up, and you can find your influence coming from others. And to lie, it is a lie just to say you don't get influenced from anybody musically. It's impossible. Even if you're taking it back to Motown, right? There's some influence there. So like we were talking about with the whole Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, just give credit where credit is due, pay homage. And I love the fact that you have them on the wall, because it's like, you're the next collab, right? Like that's the manifestation of what you're looking for. So that's
exactly.
Man, shout out to everybody that's viewing right now. People are messaging me saying, yo, I sent you emails, you ain't respond. I'm live on an interview right now with a super dope producer artist right now. I'm gonna get back to you.
Personally, let me just say, we've literally got thousands of emails in that box, y'all. Thousands and thousands and thousands. We are booked months in advance. Everyone will be addressed.
Thank you.
Not during VPR either.
Back to this amazing interview that I'm enjoying here. VPR. So I like to do research on the artists that I have up here. And I got this project from a year ago, bro. Okay. I got this project from a year ago that's you made.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring it up here, bro.
That's in my archives for y'all that don't know.
I love this music industry. I love hip hop. I love musicians, because when you're passionate about what you do, it shows when someone sits in front of you and they're passionate. So I always want to give you guys the best experience here. And let's listen to this record from a year ago, and let's hear the growth in his mind.
Like a bitch,
Yeah, I went hunting, bro. Yeah, don't look at the screen. I went hunting. Yeah.
That's funny.
We got some. So G, this your record or it's a beat?
This is a beat right here.
Okay, cool. So we bumping the beat up here, VPR. Y'all seen it. So I went to SoundCloud. I was trying to catch him off tilt by looking for one of his records. Because a lot of times artists forget that they have records on these other platforms.
I respect that though. I ain't gonna lie. When that SoundCloud came up, I was like, ooh. I was like, he might have found something.
Yeah, I like doing my job. Yeah. Shout out
that.
Rachel Thomas. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. So when you were making these beats, where are you at right now artistically? Are you working on any albums, EPs, or are you collaborating with certain artists?
We doing all of that. Well, I'll say this. I'm definitely working on an album. And that's gonna be, I'm saying that now, and that itself is major. But what I've been doing is a lot of film, actually. Producing and putting things in film. So I got a lot of that happening. I can't really too much talk about what films, but I can say that I'm working on films. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a project coming, and I'm working on a lot of visuals. That's what the people wanted from me. That's what I needed. So I listen, and I'm working on that.
What's the single gonna be called? I want to hit a single, a little exclusive or something. Give me 30 seconds.
I mean, listen. You know
Matt,
what,
man, bro.
What? Nah, this VP. Look, so what I could do is I'm gonna send that to y'all personally. Because I would like for y'all to have that.
Yes.
I would like for y'all to have that. It's called Yellow Rose. So this is live on VP. I'm saying that now.
Yes,
it's called Yellow Rose. I'm gonna send that to y'all personally, and you know what I'm saying, we might have to do an exclusive drop on that.
We are the home of the exclusives, right? And we've been that way since our inception. So that's what we love to hear. We didn't even have to ask for it. So I
appreciate it.
It's love. Look, it's love. You know, she said Pudgy the fat bastard. That's my brother. Listen, it's always gonna be love over here. You feel me? So, you know what I mean?
VPR.
Pudge already knows. Like what?
I'm gonna be honest.
Hello, Pudge. Hello, what?
I'm a little tight, VPR. I'm in a bad mood now because I got GWeekes up here, and I know he got bangers and hits, man. You can just tell from an aura, and then you hanging around Pudge. You got all these placements, and I'm like, damn, I ain't hearing enough music, and I want to hear more music, and I know VPR want to hear more music. So let them know where they can find all the music, your social medias, YouTube, everything, Twitter. Where can they find all that, my brother?
Listen, everything I am GWeekes. You know, type it in. I'm there. YouTube, just GWeekes. There's gonna be a lot of releases, and please do follow me. There's gonna be a lot of releases. That's all I can say. I'm dropping. I've been storing up a lot of music. I've been making a lot of music. And I'm ready to let it go.
Hold on, before you get up out of here, you no. Pudge just wrote in the comment right here. I'm gonna read his comment to you. I'm gonna make you see it too, brother. He said, "Tell him about that Dominoes and OPG."
Listen,
you holding out?
Absolutely.
Look,
listen, Domino. When y'all hear that Dominoes, see Pudge is saying names. When y'all hear that Dominoes, that's all I'm gonna say. And OPG, that's gonna be a very dope track too. That's fun. I can't wait. Listen, y'all gonna pop out to the video shoots? Y'all popping out?
Absolutely.
Hold on, where the video shoot at?
We'll get you the low. Listen,
say less. That part.
Absolutely. But yeah, but that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, y'all.
Yo, everybody in the chat is loving you to write a next single. Shout out to you, Pudge. Pudge is in the check-in, of course, man. Thank you for calling me the illest, man. You are the illest. I don't know how you create these R&B ballads that you do to this day. This mother, I don't get it. I have not heard a whack Pudge song yet. VPR, I say it a lot, and I don't
Pudge does it all, my guy.
I don't like to blow smoke up people's ass, but yo, Pudge and what he does, and I know the artist and that he works with, and he brings us around, it's creme de la creme. So, GWeekes, I want to say thank you for taking time out, of course, and gracing our platform. I need to have you back. I felt like we haven't had enough time.
Period.
I really have.
Yes.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Please,
And listen,
I'm gonna
so
be
all
reaching
you
out to
hear
you.
that all them people in them emails, y'all gonna have to wait because
Yes.
they're gonna need me back. I'm sorry.
Yo, somebody pressed me live on air. Like, I'm talking to you, bro. I'm looking down at my phone. I sent you something. I'm like, I've never spoken to you before, but I respect you. Thank you for taking time out to appreciate my platform.
I appreciate y'all so much though for having me, for real, for Qianathegoddess, DJfmi, man. I love y'all. Appreciate
Thank you,
y'all.
man.
Thank y'all so
We
much.
love you right
Continue
back. We definitely got to get you
being
back
great.
this season.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
Say
go
no
and
more.
have
Music.
the dopest day. Thank you for your energy. Keep
Sure.
creating great music, and we will definitely have you back shortly. And Pudge,
That's a
I'm
fact.
waiting on you.
Yeah, Pudge, it's 2024. Where you at?
Yeah,
Where the f you at?
All right, y'all.
All right, man.
All
I'll
right,
check you
y'all.
later, my brother.
I'll be
Have a
good.
great day. Peace. Oh, that was great, yo.
Told y'all, VPR came in with energy.
Big
Before the coffee, guys, Qiana's birthday is coming up. Man, screw everything else. Let's focus the next few days on Qiana's birthday. This weekend, it will be a beautiful weekend. Please stop in what you're doing and send Qiana a beautiful happy birthday message this weekend. Okay? You can send the early ones. We don't mind that. We appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah.
And Qiana,
Yes.
I'm not even going to talk about what you're going to do for your birthday. We have too much creepers watching. You know.
Okay.
So, guys, thank you for tuning into another amazing episode of VPR. Shout out to Pudge, the fat bastard, Wasted 86. Shout out to Rachel Thomas. Shout out to Matt Man, bruh. Velvet. It's a lot of you guys that's tuning in, and I want to give you guys your flowers while you're here.
We love you all. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And we will see you next week here on VPR Radio. You guys go and have the best day ever.
Later, guys.